Hey everyone, welcome back to Bulldog Weekly. I'm your host Aidan.
And I'm Margaret.
This week we'll get a new inside look at the Marion Art Center's new exhibit, cook up a new recipe, and maybe even catch a leprechaun. Sounds like a pretty eventful episode.
It sure does, Aidan. Before we get into all that, here's Mrs. Devoll with the week ahead and Bill Tilden with the sports rundown.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Rundown. We have hit mid-March and things are happening at school. We are talking about a full return. Stay tuned. Tomorrow is Monday, March 15th. Beware the Ides of March. It's a full remote Monday. Maybe our last full remote Monday. Who knows? Tuesday is the 16th. We're in our hybrid schedule, at least for this week. We have Cohort A in the building, Cohort B learning from home. Wednesday is the 17th. Happy St. Patrick's Day to one and all. We will be using a day one schedule for Cohort B in the building, Cohort A at home. Thursday and Friday, the 18th and the 19th, we've got day two in our rotation. Cohort A on Thursday, Cohort B on Friday. As I said, stay tuned. Things are happening. We hope that we could have a full return very, very soon. In the meantime.
Thank you very much, Mr. Devoll. Fall 2 sports are now going on. The season that we didn't know if it would ever really happen, it got pushed from fall. We created a new season in between winter and spring, and now Fall 2 is going on. And all the sports are a go right now. We've got boys and girls soccer, field hockey, golf, track, volleyball. We've got close to 300 kids out on the fields, and I couldn't be more excited. The kids have been fantastic. The coaches have been great about following protocol. So all the seasons are going on. We've got a regular season planned. We have a small postseason planned for a South Coast Conference tournament at the end to determine the South Coast Conference champion, just kind of like the girls' basketball team was this past winter. MIA has been very anxious and eager to go for the spring sports. That is the one sport that got canceled last year. And they just, this week, they will be approving for a state tournament to go on in the spring. I think it'll be a sectional tournament, and we'll stick with the schools down in the south, but any state tournament will be a fantastic state tournament for these kids. Next week is just a scrimmage week for us, then we start our regular season the following week, so by then we will have a lot more information for you, but for now we're just happy to be out on those fields and thankful that Mother Nature is giving us some good weather. So thank you very much, Mr. Devoll, and thanks to the Bulldog crew. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for the update, Mr. Devoll.
First up, I'm going to show you the new exhibit at the Marion Art Center. It features art by local students. Let's see what they created.
We're upstairs here at the Marion Art Center for the high school student art show. And this show opened last Friday, but it runs through Thursday, April 15th. You can come check out works by students all across the South Coast, including ORR, Tabor Academy, New Bedford High School, and we even have a junior high submission that's in this show. So we've got 2 floors of gallery space, and the galleries are open 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And you'll also be able to check out the work online at our website at marionartcenter.org. So this show was based loosely off the theme of what comes next. And the question we wanted to give to students is, what do you envision life being like after the pandemic is behind us? We know that so many people have experienced all kinds of changes with school, changes with family and friends. And we mostly wanted to ask people what they're looking forward to. So a lot of the students probably had some work that they've been making along these lines and thinking about this whole time. I think some pieces were new and made for the show after we sent out the theme. but you'll notice a broad range of themes, even work that's outside of that prospectus. Well, we're really excited for this show because it's part of our new Young Artist program at the Marion Arts Center. We're trying to get more young artists involved with the MAC. We not only have a student membership that's available to any local student, but we're trying to show more artwork by local young artists. And we're really hoping to develop a mentorship program where we're bringing in local professional artists who can meet either virtually to begin with or in person once we're able to, with students who are interested in maybe getting some feedback about their work. So I know that a lot of the students who submitted to this show really spent time thinking about their artist statements, and you can see that here when you come view the show. They really thought about what the prompt was, and also you can see that they spent a lot of time on the work. So we're just really happy to showcase the talent of all of our local high school students. Oh gosh, that's, I I haven't even taken the time to think about that. That's a great question. My favorite piece, well, there's so many good pieces and it's hard to pick. I will say that I like that we have a range of pieces. So we've got photography, of course, and then we've got some really cool collage work. That's what, the pieces that are a little bit different are always really interesting to me. We've got a really couple of beautiful wood pieces made by Will Stark. So I think that was more interesting than anything. Instead of picking a favorite piece, I would say I love seeing the range of different types of media for sure. So you can go online to our website at marionartcenter.org. We've got a lot of information there. We have so many events that happen. If you wanted to become a student member, which is only $25 for a full year, and it lasts the whole year, you can be in 2 members shows each year. We have a winter and a summer members show. We also have classes that are available for adults, but students, certainly high school students, will be able to sign up for those. And all kinds of workshops that will take place, more coming this year once we get a little bit farther through the pandemic here. But you could also volunteer to help out. We've got some students specifically from ORR who have volunteered to help us paint our community message board and do some other things like that. So we're always looking for help and for extra hands. And you can always call us too, 508-748-1266. Don't miss your chance to see the show. We've got this show up through April 15th. And in addition to coming during our regular gallery hours, I am in the building Tuesday through Saturday, and I can always schedule a private appointment if anyone wants to come see the show with your family. If you have any questions, you can call or contact me. I'm Jody Stevens. I'm the executive director. Yeah, come on down and don't miss it. Some really great work in the show.
Impressive. Great work, everyone.
The exhibit will be on display until Thursday, April 15th, so make sure to stop by.
Up next, our friend Colin went leprechaun hunting. Let's see how lucky he really was.
We're going leprechaun hunting. Everyone knows that leprechauns live in the woods, so that's where we're going first. We're gonna check high and low, under rocks, up in the trees. I brought some bait, graham crackers. It's common knowledge that leprechauns love graham crackers. It's been the choice bait for leprechauns for centuries. So of course I brought some along. Alright, we're here at the trail. But I've just decided I hate leprechauns. So instead, we're hunting for goblins. Both the goblins I've seen scurried out of the woods. Tiny, gray, sneaky little creatures. They were quick. Too quick. But I think we'll have some luck here today. I still have my graham crackers. check back here in 30 minutes or so. Hopefully the goblins will have taken it by then and we'll be able to follow their trails. Look over there. You see that? I think that's a goblin. Those are goblin droppings, all right. Screw the goblins. I'm eating these graham crackers myself.
Thanks for sharing, Colin. That video sham rocked.
Good one, Margaret. If only he'd been able to catch a real leprechaun.
Not to worry, Aidan. In our next segment, Rachel is going to show us how to build the ultimate leprechaun trap.
Thanks for the tips and tricks, Rachel.
I'll definitely be catching a leprechaun of my own this St. Patrick's Day.
Finally, I'm going to show you how I like to make spicy hot dog ramen, because on this show, we like to save the best for last.
All right. Hello, everybody. This is Aidan, and here I'm going to teach you how to make something new. Today, I'm going to teach you how to make ramen, but I'm going to teach you how you can add a hot dog to make it a little bit more flavorful and interesting. So first things first is you're going to get some water boiling. And I already have some water boiling, so that's that. And then it's not boiling yet though, it's only simmering. Once it boils, then we'll actually start looking at it. Next thing though is we're going to take this we're going to take a package of hot dogs, open it up, just take one hot dog out, you only need one. We're going to bring it over here to the cutting board, and then we're going to cut it up. So first we're going to cut it in half. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and line this up and then just start cutting it into pieces like this. There you go. And this way, the hot dog will be nice and easy to eat with only a few bites. 1 bite pieces. That's where it's at. After we cut all the hot dog, we're going to check the water to see if it's boiling again. Because as they say, a watched pot never boils. It's not done yet. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take this plate, put the hot dogs on it, and we're just going to microwave it for about 10 to 20 seconds. Just to warm it up so it'll be ready to go when the time comes. Okay. Now we have the hot dogs all heated up, so we're going to put that over here until the end. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our ramen, we're going to open it up, and we're going to take our flavor package out. After we do this, we're going to wait until the water boils, which is boiling right now. So we're going to go ahead and pour our ramen into there. Now we want to leave it in here without the cover on for about 2 to 3 minutes until you can stick a spoon in there and you can move it around and stuff. So once it becomes not a brick and it's able to all move around, that means it's done and we can take it off. All right, once your ramen finally starts finishing and separating, you're gonna take the boiling water off the hot pan, off the hot stove, and we're gonna just take it off for a little bit. After that, we are going to take a little whole bowl, and then we're gonna take this and we're gonna filter the water through the ramen and separate the ramen through the water. There we go. And you only want to use about half the water that you boil the ramen with to put in the bowl, and then maybe a little bit more. And then after that, you can take the rest of the water and just put it in the sink. And then just leave that right here. Next, we're going to take the ramen flavor packet and we're going to add only half of it to the bowl. You don't want to do too much because then that'll be way too much flavor. But you don't want to do too little because then you won't be able to taste it. So you want to add about half in there. And after you do that, you want to mix it up. After that, you can put your flavor packet aside and take some sriracha sauce. This will make it a little bit spicy. And you add a few drops of sriracha sauce in there. There we go. After you add the sriracha in, you need to mix it up a little bit more. Make sure it's all nice and mixed in there, so you're not getting some parts that are really spicy and not spicy at all. After this, you're just gonna go ahead and dump the ramen in. Put it right in there. It's beautiful. Throw the whole bowl in the sink to wash later. And then you just wanna mix the ramen around, flip it over a couple times, make sure it's nice and broken up. After you do that, you're gonna wanna take your microwaved hot dog, and you're just gonna wanna take it and kinda just sprinkle it in, just like a little bit of salt. There we go. Now that's in there, you'll never guess what we do next. We mix it up a little bit more. There we go. And then finally, the last step is that you want to take some cheddar cheese. I have mozzarella cheese here, which also works, but ideally you want some cheddar cheese. You're going to open it up, and you're just going to pour some over the ramen. Then as you pour it over the ramen, the cheese will eventually melt on top of the ramen, tying the whole meal together. And then, after you put that on, just wait a few minutes, and then you'll have your perfect bowl of hot dog ramen. That is spicy.
Teachers and students, if you would like to have something filmed and shown here on Bulldog Weekly, let us know at the ORC TV station.
Be sure to check out our Vimeo and social media channels for everything we film here at ORC TV. We film sports games, town meetings, school events, and so much more.
That wraps up this week's episode of Bulldog Weekly. Until next time, I'm Aidan.
And I'm Margaret.
And this is Bulldog Weekly.